Tell me about it, Kubra, कि in your life, ये yoga की journey कब शुरू हुई? A lot of people have certain health challenges, health issues, and then they realize that, yoga कर लूं या कोई gym join कर लूं वगैरह वगैरह, इस तरह का realization होता है. लेकिन कुछ लोग होते हैं जो पहले से ही कॉन्शियस होते हैं कि नहीं, मुझे हेल्दी रहना है फिजिकली, मेंटली, इमोशनली, और मैं इसको फॉलो करूंगी. आपकी लाइफ में क्या सीन था? योगा कब से शुरू किया आपने?
I think for me, it started about 2.5 years ago when I was at home like everyone else.
Right.
I remember I started actually while I was in Ireland. I was shooting for Foundation.
Right.
And I was working out like a beast. I was working out like a monster there. I was doing deadlifts with like 60 kilos, 70 kilos. Because I had to make my chest very big. I play a antagonist in that show, right? I play the bad guy.
Right.
And she's very physically fit as Farah. So I had to and I went with a hunch. So I was like that. So I had to open up my shoulders and become strong and like look powerful. So weights bade zyada kar rahi thi main. And you don't realize that when you strengthen something, you also need to stretch yourself out.
Right.
Otherwise, it will impact you like adversely.
The flexibility is important, right?
Yeah. Very important, because you stretch and then you strengthen your muscles. ये logic तो हम में है नहीं, तो हम भी चले गए 7 किलो 80 किलो उठा रहे हैं, अरे वीडियो लो कर रहे हैं. और एक दिन क्या हुआ, हम लोग I called Sarvesh, who I work out with, and I call him Anna. So I called Sarvesh and I said, Sarvu, I need someone to take an online class with me. Dilipp, you won't believe it. My knees were here. So my teacher looked at me from the screen like this and said, अब इनको कराएं तो क्या कराएं? इनके तो घुटने तक नीचे नहीं जा रहे हैं मैडम. इनको कराएं तो क्या कराएं? तो मैंने कहा कि पहली जो चीज मुझे सीखनी है लाइफ में वो पद्मासन है.
Oh.
Because it seems like the easiest thing to do, but it is the hardest thing. And I'm not joking. It's been 2 years and I'm still on my journey to do a Padmasan. Right. Because your Padmasan is so dependent on so many other related muscles. Your hips need to be loose. Your pelvic needs to be strong. Your ankles need to be soft. True. Your knees need to be soft. ये सब हमें बताता ही नहीं कोई. And I feel that the little and little you invest in yourself. True. And the more and more and more you see your body open up. Right. Your care for the practice starts developing. And when you care enough to, like I finished my class this morning as well. There are students in my class, like I'm doing a group class now. So in my group, there are girls who can just be bendy and do everything. But the beauty is in the same class, I'm also there and I'm learning how to do things. Right. So there's a sense of acceptance. Right. And in a very physical way, you look at yourself and you say, it's good. I did this much today. Tomorrow I can aim for something else. True. That's the beauty of yoga. Yeah. And becomes like small steps to growth. I find that very interesting in yoga. What I also like is like before you start your class, there's a meditation, there is a grounding thing, chanting of Om, and then at the end of it, there's a chanting of Om. Right. And I feel like it connects you to the mat, to the ground, and then the next Om connects you back to the real world and where you need to be. And there's a sense of gratitude that is constantly drilled into your mind while doing yoga. That for me was a game changer. The other thing that got me really close to yoga was the fact that I had a broken hand. I had injured my elbow. Okay. And quite miserably so. I actually have images of me doing my yoga with my cast. Acha. So I actually had my PT teacher, my personal training teacher, same guy who saw me in Ireland said, Madam ko karayen to kya karayen? Acha. The same teacher has made me do halasan, has made me do like, like malasan down. He would where the elbow is involved. Yeah, he would hold me so that I would have balance to work out on my legs. Right. And that's when I felt that I was doing an incredible job for myself and towards my body. And that changed a lot of things. I started feeling extremely comfortable with my body. I started seeing my body change.
Wonderful.
It was incredible.
But this is your dedication too, those small steps which you take towards the journey of wellness. इसमें बहुत जरूरी है कि आप फोकस्ड रहें, which you showed actually. आपके एल्बो में इंजरी होने के बावजूद you were doing it, and this is what is important. Lot of people, बहाने बनाते हैं, वो कहते हैं कि समय नहीं है. आप तो इतनी व्यस्त हैं, उसके बावजूद dedicatedly you are following that routine and that is showing up. So one small message for people who say that time नहीं है यार, मैं तो busy हूँ, उनके लिए अगर कुछ कह दें आप.
So I know that this is plagiarism at its best, but I have a very, very dear friend who's extremely intelligent and smart. And when I have doubts, I go to him.
Right.
His name is Ashton Doctor. He's a habit coach. And he says, you don't need motivation to show up. You need consistency to show up.
True.
You need discipline to show up.
Right.
So your discipline mantra should be that you will not miss 2 days in a row.
Wow. Simple as that.
So if you missed your day 1, it's fine. Shit happens to all of us.
Right.
Day 2, at least do the bare minimum it requires you.
Right.
To show up for your practice or whatever else it may be.
Right.
Even if it means कि आपने mat लगाई और आपने ध्यान किया mat पे. Even that is keeping you connected to your habit. And if you keep doing that, you yourself will never miss 2 days in a row.
Wonderful.
And then you do a little more, and then you do a little more, and then you do a little more. But really, the discipline needs to come from within you. It's very easy. We have 24 hours in a day. I feel the 8 most incredible hours of my life are when I'm sleeping. I cannot function without sleep.
True.
Dilipp,
very essential.
Really
very essential. Very essential.
Essential. So then what am I left with? I can't keep saying that the world is after my life, and my work is too hectic. How will I ever deliver my work well
until
if I don't take care of myself?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Very well said. And the idea of, not missing it for consecutive 2 days is amazing. I think बहुत सारे लोगों के लिए life changing होगा और habit forming होगा, the right habit.
Let us please credit Ashton Doctor for this.
Of course. I saw one of your videos or I guess it was a picture on your Instagram profile. फिनलैंड में थे आप और कुछ ब्यूटीफुल फिनोमिना आपने देखा था. ऑफ कोर्स वो फिनोमिना तो आप हमें बताइए, बट हियर ऑन बिग एफएम हम नदियों की भी बात कर रहे हैं, हमारे देश की नदियों की बात कर रहे हैं. कभी ऐसा कोई एक्सपीरियंस जो फिनलैंड में आपको हुआ था एंड यू स्टिल हैव दैट मेमोरी विद यू, ऐसा कोई एक्सपीरियंस नदी के साथ हुआ हो, हमारी देश की किसी नदी के किनारे आप गए हो एंड यू वुड लाइक टू शेयर?
So let's start हमारे देश की नदी only.
Yes.
2012 में I did my first ever outdoor trek as an adult in my life. I had never done that, and I never knew that outdoors can be such a big teacher, also such a big healer in its own way. So 2012 की बात है. I went with a group I had never met before in my life.
Right.
And we went to raft the river Kali Ganga.
Okay.
So you get onto the raft from Uttarakhand, from Lakshman Ghat, Lakshman Jhula.
Right.
And you go all the way down River Kali. And every night you put tents and stay on a river bank.
Wow.
So I did this for 9 days.
Wow.
And there was this one spot while we were rafting where there's a confluence of the Kali Ganga and the Gori Ganga.
Okay.
And on one side you have India, on the other side you have Nepal.
Right.
So we had one day stopped, we had docked our rafts on the Nepal side. There was a very big Shiva Mandir. We went up in Nepal and we said, thank you. We came back into our rafts and banked on the other side.
Wow. Amazing. Amazing. I have the
It
visuals.
Is the most, मुझे पता नहीं था, Dilipp, that the beaches of rivers are soft and white and beautiful. So I remember long time I'd also gone to Rishikesh and done rafting, but वो एक दिन की rafting होती है.
Right.
ये 9 दिन लगातार हम रोड पे थे. और एक दिन जब हम ओवरनाइट एक बैंक पे रुके थे, बिकॉज बहुत खूबसूरत बैंक था, बहुत ही ज्यादा खूबसूरत.
Right.
एंड बिग बैंक्स. सो हाई टाइड में पानी usually comes over the banks. Right. This was a very big bank, so we knew that we're not going to have a problem. We put our tents there and we stayed there the night. Zero light pollution. So मतलब उफ, कुछ और ही चल रहा है. Out of this world. Sky में, out of this world. इतने सारे तारे चमक रहे हैं सर के ऊपर. समझ ही नहीं आ रहा है, किसी का फोन नहीं चलता है वहां पे. There's no signal. कोई फोटोज नहीं है, कोई वीडियोज नहीं है. इस जो सेंसेशन मैं आज तक अपने अंदर लेके घूमती हूँ ना, वो सेंसेशन इज लाइक हार्ड टू रिप्लेस. So I keep doing things that kind of, make every experience bigger and better and amazing. But I do want to go back and raft right now. And for the last, I think 5 years, on my bucket list and on my wish list is to raft the Brahmaputra.
Wow.
I want to raft the mightiest river that we have in our country. Also, Brahma is the only male river we have.
राइट. वाओ, अमेजिंग. कितना कितना कुछ पता है आपको हमारी देश की नदियों के बारे में यार. अमेजिंग अमेजिंग. एंड यू ऑलरेडी सेड इट. तो अब यूनिवर्स ने सुन लिया है. एवरीथिंग विल बी अलाइंड और आपकी बकेट लिस्ट पूरी हो जाएगी बहुत जल्द.
थैंक यू. आई रियली विश टू. And as far as Finland is concerned, when I went to Finland, तो मैं गई थी to a small town in the Nordic towards the North Pole. Called Rovaniemi. और रोवेनेमी शहर के बारे में मैंने सुना था एक फ्लाइट की मैगजीन में. और मैंने पन्ने पलटे और उसमें सांता क्लॉज का ऑफिशियल एड्रेस था.
वाओ.
तो मैं ऐसा नॉर्दर्न लाइट्स देखने नहीं गई थी. मैं गई थी सांता क्लॉज से मिलने. बॉस
कि यहाँ से आते हैं गिफ्ट सबके.
सारे जो बड़े बुजुर्ग लोग हैं ना, जिनका दिमाग बहुत इवॉल्व हो चुका है, वो सारे कहने लगे, ना सांता क्लॉज इज नॉट रियल. ऐसे चुप,
एड्रेस है.
मैं गई थी सांता क्लॉज देखने. तुम्हारा क्या जा रहा है. थे वो वहां पे बैठे थे, सबके साथ फोटो ले रहे थे. पैसे देने पड़ते फोटो के. मैंने दिए और मैंने फोटो खींची. मैंने वीडियो तक ली. और मैं रो रही थी सांता क्लॉज को देखने के बाद. ठीक है. मगर सांता क्लॉज से मिलने के एक दिन पहले, when I landed in Rovaniemi, everybody said, if you're lucky, you will see the northern lights. If you're lucky. I said, यार हम बचपन में जब मेरी पैदाइश ही लक के साथ हुई है. ठीक है.
लक साथ लेके चलते हैं. बस
बात खत्म हो गई. मेरा लक मेरे साथ में चलता है. समझे तुम. अगर मुझे नॉर्दर्न लाइट्स नहीं दिखी ना, पता नहीं किसको दिखेगी नॉर्दर्न लाइट्स. उन्होंने कहा देखो आप, आई अंडरस्टैंड पॉजिटिविटी में आप बड़े माहिर हो. आई गेट इट. बट बहुत विचित्र बात होगी कि आप 3 दिन के लिए रोवेनियमी आए हो और आपको नॉर्दर्न लाइट्स दिख गए. बिकॉज लोग यहाँ नॉर्दर्न लाइट्स देखने के लिए हफ्ता भर रुकते हैं और उनको नहीं दिखती. तो अगर आपको 3 दिन में नजर आ गई तो आप मान के चलो कि आप बहुत लकी हो. ठीक है, देखते हैं ना, आपकी बात ठीक है, कोई नहीं. आप देख लो, मैं भी देख लूंगी. फिर
टेस्ट करके देख लेते हैं.
और हम जा रहे थे into the wilderness, into the unknown literally, for a lake trip. तो वहां पे lakes जो है ना, वो freeze हो जाते हैं.
Right.
Because it's so cold. तो उसको एक hammer के साथ उसको वहां पे खोदना पड़ता है. पानी को, ice को. So they broke it with like an ice hammer. And then you open up like an area in the lake, and you wear these really hideous looking red suits.
Okay.
And you step into the water and you lie on your back.
Okay.
With your arms open. You've seen how people make snow angels.
Right.
On the floor, on their back,
Right.
and they move their arms and legs.
Yes.
I was doing that in freezing cold water while the northern lights were dancing and pirouetting over my head.
Amazing.
And I have no pictures of that either.
Superb. इतनी अमेजिंग कहानियां हैं आपके पास और इतनी पॉजिटिविटी स्क्रीन के थ्रू इस वक्त आई कैन फील कि मेरा शो है बिग एफएम पर, लव यू जिंदगी, आई फील कि आप वहां पर भी कभी मेरे साथ जरूर बात कीजिएगा.
मैं जरूर आऊंगी आपके साथ बात करने के लिए.
Definitely. And thank you so much for motivating all who want to start their yoga journey. I wish you all the best for the trial and all your forthcoming projects.
Thank you so very much. A very, very happy International Yoga Day to everybody who's listening. And it's never too late to start your practice. So start today, start now.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Kubra. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Dilipp. Bye.
Lots of love. Thank you. Bye-bye.
92.7